Hi guys, it's me, Trudy Lee. How's everybody doing? Hope you guys had a lovely Memorial Day weekend. I know it was a very sad one in our nation, but thank you to all the people that served and make our country strong and free. Love you guys. Thank you so much. Um, my kitty cat's right here. Did you hear her? She's laying right here beside me. She got out today. She was found out in the kennel. I think she went through my daughter's window. My daughter likes to open her window for her kitty cats, but her cats are older and they stay really close to her window. And of course, this cat wants to go explore. She's not even 2 years old yet, so she's like, "You let me out." And she doesn't go far though. She stayed close to the house. But my daughter said, "I found kitty cat out in the corral." We call it the doggy corral. I found the kitty out in the doggy corral. I'm like, what? And she must not have been out there for too long because I had seen her. She stays pretty close to me most of the time. I was putting on some makeup and she had been in there meowing, telling me. I've been letting her, out on the deck. And now that she's in the habit of that, she wanted to go out there this morning. But my husband has a doctor's appointment for his shoulder, going to a new surgeon. So I had to put on my makeup and get ready, do some readings, and get ready for the doctor's appointment. And I couldn't take her out on the deck. I'm like, I'm sorry, I can't go out on the deck with you. But she found a way out there anyway. All right, so I am going to do a little reading here on the Johnny Depp case one more time because we're waiting for the verdict to see what's going on. So I'm going to take a look and see how the jury is processing the information, which way they're leaning, who they believe, who they don't believe. Okay. So I've already shuffled the cards and I have laid them out all over here to read. I've asked each question and just laid them out because it takes a lot of time to do that. And I just want to do it before I turn on the camera so I can just read through them pretty quickly. Okay, so the first question that I asked Spirit is, how is the jury feeling about Johnny Depp? How do they feel about him? What do they think, and how are they leaning towards him? Now, this is a strength card, so I I feel like they're feeling pretty good about him. That they think Johnny Depp was actually, very courageous, and speaking out and saying that he was the one that was abused. I'm an abused husband. So I think they give him some props for that. Ten of Wands. And I do believe that you know, they're recognizing and feeling for Johnny that this has, been a burden for him, that it's altered his career, that it's changed his life, and that he's been dealing with this for the last 6 years. It's been very overwhelming, to be accused of what Amber's accused him of. So they're feeling for him for sure. The last card I pulled is the Emperor card, and I think most people are looking at him like this card suggests that he's a very stable and honorable guy. That being said, they're looking at each little situation, though. They're going through every little thing and looking at each situation. But overall, it looks like they really like Johnny Depp, that they have a good feeling about him overall. Okay, now let's take a look at Amber Heard. So, Four of Cups. They're not completely convinced by her story. I think, at least at least there's some jurors that are just not, they're not buying or believing what she's saying. A lot of it they don't believe her. That she has been caught in so many lies. I think they've been exposed and they're just not buying it. Ace of Pentacles. So this tells me they look at her like she did this for money. A lot of these things she did for money for herself. The third thing I got is Three of Cups. So this is, you remember when they were they looked like they were like celebrating when they came out after they got the ruling of protection from Johnny. and they came out kind of all celebratory and everything. I think they're taking a look at those kind of things and really thinking that um, maybe her sister or friend are in cahoots with her. That's what I think this is. So yeah, they just are looking at it like they were in on it with her to just you know out to get Johnny. That they sided with her, they supported her, sided with her, and they were against Johnny. That doesn't mean it was true. They're just recognizing that she has people, in her life that will say anything for her. I think that's what this means. Okay, so that's what they're looking at and kind of leaning towards. Next question is Whitney, that her sister. I want to know if she lied. Now, her story was impeached by um, her boss. So the story was uh, Amber. I mean, it depends on who you want to believe, I guess. So there was a fight out on the stairwell. Amber says that Johnny was going to push her down the stairwell, and her sister and her were all there. And Johnny says that Amber was fighting with her sister, and her sister was getting beat up. And her sister ended up moving out and moving in with her boss and told her boss, my sister told me to leave, and we had a big fight, and she almost pushed me down the stairs. Okay. So, which is true? Which one of these stories is true? Is it true? Is Amber Heard, is Whitney Heard? Is that the truth? Or Johnny Depp's story? So let's take a look at it. This is King of Cups. This is about emotions, balancing out emotions. So, of course, I think this is Whitney. She will say and do anything for her sister because she loves her sister. And her sister, I think her sister tells her what to say, what to do, and she does it. I think that's what this is. This is all about emotions, You'll do anything for somebody that you love. Unfortunately, I mean, not everybody would, but I feel like this is Whitney will. Whitney will do anything for her sister because she loves her. Yeah. And then the tower. So the tower is her testimony gets wrecked. Everything's upside down. So this tells me that that story is crap. It's just really crap and it just blew up. So yeah, she was definitely impeached. She was definitely lying about that. The devil card, that means bad behavior to me when I see that. That's somebody exhibiting bad behavior. So that means she was lying. And she'll do whatever Amber tells her to do. Even lie in court. It's crazy. It's crazy. So that she's definitely was lying about that. There's some things that that you see through that trial. We all want to believe that Johnny Depp did nothing, but there's some things like, you know, hair being pulled and pulled out in clumps and stuff like that. You know, there was something going on. Now he may not have hit her, but I feel like they got into it. They really did get into it. I don't know if he's an abuser, but they definitely got into it. And I felt like that the last time I did a reading too. Um, the next thing that I'm going to ask is about Johnny Depp's severed fingertip. I asked Spirit, did Amber really throw the bottle and sever his fingertip? Because that's, she has her story and he has his story. So let's take a look at that. And it's funny. So I asked, did Amber throw the bottle and sever Johnny Depp's fingertip? The chariot. So I feel like, yeah, she threw the bottle. She did throw the bottle. She was the controller over this situation. She initiated it. Yeah, it was on her. She did throw the bottle. She did throw the bottle. Five of Cups. She's sorry for it. She was sorry for it right away. She feels bad about it, but she's lying about it. But she has remorse for that. She has deep remorse, deep sadness for what she did. Um, you know, But that being said, even though she has all these feelings, she did it. She knows she did it. I see that she's done it. The hermit, she's decided to take this path herself, the path that she thinks is best for her. You know what I mean? She doesn't want to be sued, obviously, and she's got to make herself look better. So she's chosen this path to go down to just, keep herself from losing a lot of money and losing, her career and her future and all this. So she's chosen this path for herself, and I don't know how well that's going to turn out for her, but yeah, I think she definitely threw the bottle and it severed his fingertip. So that's the truth. Okay. The next issue, I only pulled two cards on this because it's so obvious and funny about the bed frame. Remember the bed frame? The bed frame was broken, and they showed it broken on the defense for Amber Heard's. Uh, I call her defense, but it depends on which case you're looking at. Anyway, they produced pictures of the bed. It's wood, but Johnny Depp's team showed it pulled out more, and there was a pocket knife. And it kind of made sense. It looks like maybe a pocket knife did cut that wood because she said his boot was on there and his boot cut it off. So I'm asking Spirit, what is the truth? Was it Amber Heard with the pocket knife or was it Johnny Depp's boot? That's what I got. Two of Cups. It was both. Johnny Depp's boot did initially, I think, break part of it, and then she went back and chiseled it out a little more. So she made it a whole lot worse to make it look bad, and then she took a picture of it. Do you remember that she said there was blood all over the pillows and everything, but yet she didn't take a picture of that? That's not like her, right? If there was blood on the pillows, you would think she would have taken a picture of that, not just the bed frame. So that's what I got on this. I got that both of them did that. So they're, you know, a little bit of the truth and a little bit of a lie, both of them. So yeah, she helped it along. He did initially, I think, crack the wood with his foot, but with his boot, but she took she took a knife to it to make it look much worse, and then took a picture of it. Okay, so what's going to happen now? I had said before when I did a reading that it wasn't going to be the outcome that everybody thought it would be. And everybody really is for Johnny Depp. If you look on YouTube, everybody is just saying all kinds of things about Amber Heard and that, he's going to be the winner, basically, that they're going to rule in his favor. So I just want to see, is the jury going to rule in his favor? And like I said, the last reading, it came out that it would not be a ruling like we thought. So I didn't get it to be all for Amber or all for Johnny. Okay, so let me try it again. So I've got three more cards here to read about the outcome. Is it going to be ruled in Johnny's favor? So that's what I asked Spirit. And this is the Eight of Swords. I think there's something that's holding them up right now. You know what I mean? That they may feel that he's responsible for something. There may be something in here that they can't get past. You know what I mean? It's not exactly clear to them what really happened. Um, I hope we don't have a hung jury because they're they're really having a hard time grappling with it. Okay, that's what I'm getting. Eight of Wands. I I think they're going to all come together. So this may take a little more time than everybody would think. So they're really going through the issues they're struggling through, and then they come together. So I was thinking maybe they might have a hung jury, but no, they come together and they're able to make a decision. So this is all about building momentum and going through the evidence, and that's what they're doing. They're really going through all the evidence, answering all the questions. They had a series of questions to answer, And I don't think it's all going to be like all for one person and all for the other person. I don't think it's going to turn out like that. That's what I had said before. It's going to be a little bit of a mix. It's not going to be what we think. And I think that is how it's going to go. This is the last card I pulled. This is Nine of Swords. I don't think Johnny Depp is going to be really happy with the outcome of this. Okay. Um, hopefully this has helped his career. He went and played in Europe over the weekend, the Memorial Day weekend. So I don't know how much it's really hurt his career, maybe his acting career. But I got a clip of him singing, and I don't think it was too good, y'all. Now people might want to see Johnny Depp just because they want to see him, but I don't know if it's for his singing because I don't think he sings that well. Sorry, Johnny. But I don't think he's going to be super happy with the outcome. It's not going to be what he wanted. It's not going to be what all we thought was going to happen, what all we wanted. Hopefully I'm wrong about this and I'm not, maybe I'm reading them wrong or something, but that's the way I see it. So there's somebody not going to be happy with the outcome. And I asked if it was going to be Johnny, so this has to be Johnny. That's not, you know, completely happy with the outcome. So we'll see what happens, guys. We will see what happens. It's so many people have made money on this case. It's amazing because there's so much out there in YouTube. There's so much out there, and people are just making money hand over fist on this whole trial. It's crazy. It's crazy that it's taken all of our attention. And we should be focusing on other things, but it's a little riveting to get into somebody else's business, I guess. And, especially people that seem to have it all. He has, riches, he's famous, he should have the life. And then we see, gosh, you know what? My life might be better than his after all, even though I can't go to my private island. At least I have somebody that loves me and takes care of me and, somebody I can trust. And, that's a lot. That's a lot. Y'all, that's another thing for us all to learn lessons on. Money and power doesn't bring happiness. All the money in the world doesn't bring happiness. And we've seen it over and over and over, over and over and over, that it doesn't bring happiness, unfortunately. So, everybody's trying to manifest their lives, they're trying to change their lives, and they all think, if I just had more money, if I had a little more money, everything would be okay. Things would be wonderful in my life. But let me tell you, that's not always true. And we can see it many, many times in all different situations with people that are famous. They have a lot of money and they have a lot of problems too. So, hey, be happy. You have a roof over your head and you have people that love you in your life, and you can manifest more. That is a good start from right there. Okay. All right, guys. Thank y'all for listening and tuning in. I hope y'all had a wonderful Memorial Day weekend. Oh, did y'all watch the meteorites last night? They were supposed to, be a storm. So we went outside at 9:30 at night. It was pretty dark by then. And my husband's I told you, his little playpen. We didn't have the netting up. The wind has been blowing like mad. Is it still wind? It's still windy outside. Not as windy as last night. It was so windy. You don't even need anything because there's no bugs, no flies, no mosquitoes. The wind's blowing like mad. Nothing can sustain it. So we went out there and watched the sky, and I saw about five meteorites. One of them was really bright with the tail. I saw a real pretty one. My husband saw a few more than I did because he loves watching the sky. And my kitty was outside, and I would look down at her a lot of the time, so I'd miss a few. But it was supposed to be really, I guess at midnight, it was supposed to be the time where you could see everything. It was going to be a lot of them coming. They said, watch it at midnight. At midnight, it's going to be the storm. So at midnight, of course, all the clouds just blew in. There was just these fluffy white clouds. They were moving so fast. The wind was blowing. So they would come and go, and it wasn't too bad. And then finally, they just kind of covered the sky, and we couldn't really see the stars anymore. And I said, I guess we better go in. But I saw five. I did see five, so it was good. And it's really, we live in a rural area, so it's pretty dark out here, so you can really see the stars very well. We turned our lights all off around the house and inside the kitchen and all, so that we wouldn't have light shining. We had a really good view. It was really nice. So I hope you guys did the same and had my husband said, this is once in a lifetime. He always says things, this is once in a lifetime. I'm like, we've seen shooting stars many times because we go out there all the time. And it doesn't matter, even if there's not a storm, you can go out there and you can see a shooting star. You can see one. So just go out there and enjoy your nighttime if you're in an area where you can. We could even drive to a point that's a little higher and even darker, a little further from just this little Boulevardy area. Okay, one more thing about the midterm elections coming up. Gosh, you guys, I cannot see why anybody would want to, like my Governor Abbott here. Why would anybody want to reelect him? Why? They booed him at this past weekend. They booed him. NRA was in Houston. You know what? Houston has a Democratic mayor. San Antonio has a Democratic mayor. I hear Dallas is Republican. I didn't look at it, but that's what I was told. And here in Boulevardy, our mayor is Democrat too. So, hey, Democrats, if you can vote for our mayor, can't you vote for, our governor to be Democrat too? And I think this is what's going to happen. I really do. I should do a reading on Beto really soon, but he's really gaining momentum here. I really like him, so y'all say prayers for him that he will become our next governor. And in the midterms, I just feel like, why would anybody vote for a Republican? Why would they? I don't understand. If you vote for a Republican, why? Why? I just don't get it. I don't get it. I really don't. All right. So I just feel like we have a really good chance. I know people are saying, "Oh, it's gonna, that's it. The economy, everybody votes with their wallet. Everybody votes with their wallet, and the economy's not doing good, and gas prices are so high, everybody's going to vote Republican because who cares about who's running the country as long as we don't have to pay too much for gas?" And, you know, it's all about our money. And it's not. If the gas prices weren't high, we wouldn't all be considering a hybrid car right now. And we really need to get off, you know, uh, fossil fuel. We need to get off that. We need to get off pumping gas in our car. There's other alternatives that don't pollute our earth. And that's what we need to be doing. And what better way to make people buy hybrids and battery operated cars than by jacking up the gas price? Because the only way you can do change with people is through their wallets. So I've been thinking about it too. We have two cars, and I'm like, we could sell both our cars and maybe buy a hybrid. I've been talking to my husband about it. But of course, car prices are stupid right now. They're just crazy. For, a small SUV, it's like $44,000 for a hybrid SUV. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's a lot of money. The first house we bought, you guys, I think it was like $50,000 once upon a time. So it's amazing. I'm like, wow, that car cost as much as our first house. Okay, you guys. So anyway, that's my take on it. I just feel like if we want change, you know, of course, the Democrats did have a little majority in the House, but we don't have a majority in the Senate, and we need that. If we had more majority in the House, and we had a majority in the Senate, we could get a lot of things done. So we have to have that blue wave, and we've been saying the blue wave's coming, the blue wave's coming, and I do believe it is coming. So we'll find out. I'll do some readings on it soon. Okay. All right, guys. Have a wonderful day. Thank you for tuning in. I love you so much. Kitty cat's awake. Do something kind for somebody. It'll always come back to you. Bye for now, guys. Take care.